All right, we're ready for our last step here, step 11. If we read the instructions on the procedure sheet, it says to bring a clean test tube to your teacher and inform them that you are doing the test for the ammonium ion. So basically, you're going to bring me this test tube, and the line you'll give to me is the known test solution, step 11. That tells me that you're testing for ammonium. Now I'm going to be giving you the solution from a different bottle, just so we can keep track of what step 1 and step 11 are. But the solution is going to look the same. Just like in step 1 of the known, it's this yellowish-green solution. As we read the instructions, it says that to this 3 milliliter portion, which I've given you, you're going to add 4 milliliters of NaOH, sodium hydroxide. So 2 fingers width is 3 milliliters. I'm going to give a little bit more than 2 fingers width here of sodium hydroxide. And I can give this a bit of a stir. Now this is going to be going into a water bath. The way that we test for the ammonium ion is we use a piece of red litmus paper. But this red litmus paper needs to be moistened. So we just take the piece of red litmus paper and run it under the sink and get it wet. What's going to happen to the ammonium ion is that as it's heated, if this solution has ammonium, the ammonium will be converted into ammonia. And those vapors, that gas is going to come out of the test tube. And having worked with ammonia throughout the last week with all the other procedure steps, you're probably very familiar with what ammonia smells like. So if there is ammonium, the ammonia gas coming out from the mouth of the test tube will absorb into this moist red litmus paper, and it'll turn blue. So it doesn't take very long, 10 or 15 seconds, and that red paper is going to turn blue. Now I'm going to go ahead and put that positive test result on a white piece of paper. Sometimes having a white background allows you to see color, the contrast a little bit better. Okay? That's a positive test result. Now also, because ammonium is being converted to ammonia, you might actually, if you have a clear nose and aren't sick, if you waft the vapors, you may be able to smell that there's ammonia being produced as well. It's not a guarantee. This is what we need to rely upon, this positive test result, but that's another way that you might check. I'm going to go ahead and take this test tube out. And I'm going to take a test tube, another one, clean and empty, and I'm going to get some water in the test tube, about 3 milliliters, just like what I just gave you. And I'm going to do the exact same thing I just did with my other test tube. I'm going to put some sodium hydroxide in, about 4 milliliters. Stir it up. And do the exact same thing. Put it in the boiling water bath. Now what we expect to see here is a negative test result. It's just water that we are testing here, which we hope doesn't have ammonium in it. But I'm going to moisten that red litmus paper, hold it in the vapors that are coming out. It's important, it doesn't touch the mouth of the beaker or the test tube. We just added NaOH, that's a base. And if you touch it to the inside mouth of the test tube, the litmus paper is going to turn blue. We're just testing the vapors that are coming out. Again, 15 seconds or so to let any gases absorb into the paper. And since this doesn't have any ammonium ion, and therefore no ammonia being produced, this litmus paper has not turned blue. It's still red. Now I'm going to put that negative test result side by side with the positive test result and bring it here for a closer look. Here's the first one we did. There's the color change to blue. Positive test result. It does have ammonium. Here's our negative test result. This is the water. No ammonium. Still red. So putting them side by side, we can definitely tell a difference between the two, and I would recommend that you do the same thing with your unknown. Check to see if it's different than water, so that means it does have ammonium, or if they were both still red, then that would mean just like water has no ammonium, your unknown doesn't have ammonium either. That's a good way to check. So at this point we're done. Congratulations on getting through all 10 steps of the procedure. I'm finished here showing you what you need to know for the known. At this point, we're done with everything. Any test tubes that we have that have solutions remaining in them can be discarded. Here's my step 5, not yet basic, still hanging around in case I ever messed up that I could have come back to. Don't need that anymore. Rinse that out. Same with the 2 solutions that I just tested for the ammonium ion in step 11, and pour those out. And as you start with your unknown, you want to make sure that you go ahead and wash out all of your test tubes, get a good clean start, but you're ready to start your first unknown. So I expect to see you in a little bit coming to me with a clean test tube, ready to tell me what you need, which is unknown number 1, step 1. Good luck.